One of them. Are we going off of this or just kind of throwing it together?
I just wanted to have it open just... And you can talk more. I feel like you barely talk.
I'm good with that. I'm really good with that.
I'm not. I feel like all I did was talk. My throat's kind of...
muffin.
Yeah.
A little bit of tea, a little bit of ginseng and honey. That'll help you right out.
There is no ginseng in that anymore. Now it's green tea with black tea or something. They took the ginseng out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, but I don't have the container with me anymore. Check out the container. It says it in the bottom now. I used to say with ginseng and honey. Now it just says green tea with with honey and black tea or something.
Forever it was ginseng and honey. I don't know why they ever changed it.
You can taste the difference when you drink a gallon a day. You can taste the difference. Trust me. Hey guys, so this is our intro episode. Not gonna lie, this is our third take because we don't know what we're doing. So we decided this time we're just gonna wing it instead of trying to read off a script.
Because that doesn't really work too well.
Not at all. It looked retarded. So basically, can I say retarded?
I don't think we can say retarded anymore.
Well, we'll let it in. We'll see what happens. It looks mentally challenged. Welcome to the last episode of Uncivilized Investigations. We've just been canceled. Uncivilized Investigations. It's going to be a mishmash of pretty much whatever interests us at the time. Could be missing persons, could be unsolved cases. It could be Bigfoot, UFOs, Dave being the missing link. It could be pretty much anything.
Anything true crime and strange related that piques our interest.
Yep.
We'll investigate and look into.
Yep, I know I have a couple ideas for like Hawk Mountain and all the legends around that. I've got a couple missing persons cases I'm working on. At some point I have a FOIA request story for you. I already made enemies with the right to know officer at the...
Off to a great start with that one.
At the state police barracks. Yeah, they didn't... Okay. So you do a FOIA or a right to know request, right? To get information about a case. Filled out the form, and luckily I screenshotted the form. And the lady emailed me back and said that it had been denied because I didn't fill the form out properly. But if I had any questions, here's a phone number to call. So I called the phone number, and the lady that answered, what bothers me, she's an officer with the state police, or a secretary, or she's considered the right to know officer, could barely understand a word she was saying. I don't know what nationality she was, not being prejudiced, but I could barely understand her. And I asked her why the form wasn't filled out correctly, because I was looking at my screenshot of it, and it was all completely filled out 100%. And she told me I had to give her the case number, the date of births of the victims, and a couple other things. And I asked her if any of that was public, like domain, knowledge, whatever. And she said no. So I asked her if she could just stop a second. I literally said, ma'am, can you just stop a second and think about what you're asking me? You're asking me to provide you the information that I'm requesting, that you're telling me I need to have in order to request. It doesn't make any sense.
Could have been a language barrier.
It was some sort of barrier. So she told me to resubmit it, and we'll see where we get to. That was on Friday, so we'll see. I don't have high hopes about that one.
We're going to be following up with that one again.
Probably going to be following up and probably asking for a supervisor. I'm going to be a Karen. Going to be a Karen.
Starting off getting
Starting off great. But yeah, anyway, my name's Brody. I've been into paranormal, missing persons, all kinds of weird shit since basically forever. And this is Dave.
I'm also into true crime, paranormal. I've followed him into some pretty sketchy situations, but we've always had fun doing it and probably should have recorded more of them. Yeah,
definitely should have recorded more of them. The ones that we could.
There were some that we definitely...
Yeah. We're not special. We're not detectives. We're not cops. We're not experts. We're just two guys who have conversations about this shit all the time and decided that, hey, everybody else is on YouTube. Everybody else is making podcasts.
Why can't we?
Maybe we should, too. So we're probably a little bit behind the curve, but...
About like 10 years.
At least. At least. Each episode's going to basically go the same way. One of us is going to introduce the topic. For most of them, the other person isn't going to know much about the topic.
We kind of just bounce our ideas back and forth on each other, but then if he picks one, he'll research it and learn about it, and he'll introduce it to me and you as well at the same time. So that way it's not... I'm learning about it at the same time you guys are as you're watching and or listening, and I do the same for him.
Yep. Then we will cover the facts that have been laid out by either the police or other investigators or whatnot. And then we will talk about things that don't add up, things the cops could have done better, things the cops blatantly missed that we're sitting here going, how can the two of us be looking at this and the
just
cops
looking
didn't?
at how the investigation was handled and from what we can learn about.
And then we dive into possibilities. What could have happened? What other suspects were there that weren't looked at? That type of thing. And then we will talk about what we think of how the case went and things like that. And at the very end, we're going to ask you what you think. And here's where I'm going to throw our plug out there. Other than YouTube, we've got pretty much any social media you can think of. There will be links in the show notes to...
the Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram,
Discord, Snapchat, Twitter.
Snapchat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we have everything. We are connected.
See, we learn at the same time.
Sometimes I do things at 3 o'clock in the morning while normal people are sleeping, and I forget to.
Because I'm up at 5 in the morning.
I was up at I was up at 5-ish this morning. Supposed to be up by 4, but I was up around 5-ish this morning. We're not getting into that. But yeah, that's the show.
And again, this is just where we're starting at. It's gonna get better, or it's just not gonna continue.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, can't get worse.
I mean, we're off to a great start.
Yeah, we're doing great. I know I already have 2 or 3 cases worked through.
I've got a couple that I've pretty well finished. Just got to clean up a little bit, but I got a bunch more to look into as well.
Yeah, it seems like every time I find a new case, that case leads me to like 3 or 4 other things where I go, holy shit, that happened?
It doesn't help when you research when it's similar to this one, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
I found out there were 2 murdered sisters a mile from where I've lived my entire life that I never heard about. That's one of the upcoming investigations that's going to be talked about on here.
I've been learning a lot about cold cases in Massachusetts, which is where I'm from, and it's been...
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. We got in Massachusetts, we got the serial killer that could be running around up in New England.
Yep.
But the cops say it's not. But one thing...
They said it's not. It's got to be.
It's got to be true. Government doesn't lie.
No,
remember that.
No.
They're here to help. The one thing we don't do is we're not going to...
Nicole Smith, Married for Love.
One thing we're not going to do is we're not going to make this into a drama show. We're not going to be a Zach Baggins getting possessed every 3 days. We're not going to be knocking under the table going, what was that noise? It's going to be honest. It's going to be the truth. It's going to be
raw.
Ew, it's going to be real raw.
Very unrefined.
That sounds wrong.
You had to take it there.
I did. I always do. But yeah.
Every opportunity.
So that is the show. And this is Uncivilized Investigations.
Hopefully you stick around and see what's to come.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.